Cliff, a big test for your pre-season today against Colchester United. Obviously 8-0 is a replica scoreline to what they did last season, but more importantly from performance and getting match fitness and having that big test, what will you take out of today from a Haybridge point of view?
There was loads of positives. The first 25 minutes when they had the system that I was trying today, when they had it figured out, they looked like they were a match for Colchester. Bit of mental strength when the first goal went in. The wall started to cave in a little bit, and our concentration went a bit. But yeah, you know, I'm looking at those 25 minutes because we've only been back so many weeks and only done half-hour game against Colchester. That again, half hour was really strong. So we just got to increase that, our fitness levels and intensity to be able to take it into the next few games.
I thought Damien Green started well. It's unfortunate that he gave away the penalty because he'd made a couple of good headers and interventions, and he was having a good game in that first half.
Yeah, he's a good player. Most of them have come from a background where they had no confidence before. They came to Haybridge and managed to build them back up, and he's one of those. I strongly believe he's going to be a really good defender this season. He won't come up against anything like that, so it's a good test for him to see where he is and how far away he is, because for, again, 25 minutes he matched the first team striker in every department. He's got great pace, great height, great attitude towards the game, and he's a fantastic player. So it was a good test for him to see what needs to be done in the future.
And I thought TJ Amass played out of his skin. You must be impressed with him.
Yeah. What a workhorse. He was dead on his feet, and that's the sign of someone that's willing to put his body on the line. You know, some people ghost through games and save their energy, but he puts everything in, and he can't walk at the end of it. That's how much energy he puts into it, and he's a fantastic addition for us.
From a goalkeeper point of view, will a match like this be demoralising for keepers to let a lot of goals in, or what would your message be to both your goalkeepers about what they should take out of today? Harry Palmer, some good saves. Sam is a very experienced keeper, but also a young keeper. So what will you want them to take out of today?
Oh, sometimes it can be demoralising, but it's the test that they all wanted. Against Colchester, I think Sam had one save to make in the 30 minutes he was on the field, and Harry maybe had 3 or 4 in 60 minutes. So games like today, it's a good test for them because they've been working hard on their reactions and doing multiple saves. They get tested, they get worked. I don't tend to blame my keepers when goals fly in, so they can relax on that side. It's more so what the outfield players are doing to protect them. So all I want from my goalkeepers is to get as much experience as possible and enjoy what they're doing, because I remember coming here last season, Sandbridge was in the same position. He'd conceded more goals than anyone for the time that he was there, and he ended up walking away with 11 or 12 clean sheets by the end of the season. So we've got to start somewhere, and this is a good base to test ourselves and for the keepers as well, to see what they need to do and what kind of season they're going to be in for. But hopefully we'll get our defence a little bit stronger, a little bit more organised, and hopefully they won't have too much to do.
Well, obviously at this time of the year there's going to be players that you might have had involved, but holidays come into it. Are there aspects of that team now that you can take away from today's game, review the DVD, and then tighten up on a few things ahead of Ryman 1 North, bearing in mind Colchester are 5 divisions above? Will this be good for your coaches, Gavin, Mark, Bob and yourself to review from the aspect of league football in a month's time?
Yeah, this is a brilliant game for us because I've got enough coaches there to all be able to pick out certain aspects of how we're playing, and we've all walked away with a good conversation afterwards about what we can improve on, what they did better than us, and how we can step up our game. So it was a wonderful thing for us to play against a team so high up, and you hit the nail on the head. They are 5 divisions above us, and and they're well worth the weight in gold. They're fantastic players, technically gifted, and they play beautiful football. So let's not get too carried away with the results. It's more so the effort that the boys are putting in and making sure they're not giving up. And today they went right till the end, even though they've not played 90 minutes.
Yep.
And they gave everything they've got. So there's lots for us to look at when we get back to the training ground and go again.
Now, I'm told that the groundsman put in 40 hours in the last week on that pitch, and until it becomes 3G, a natural surface is going to need a lot more work. What would you say about that surface? Because there's a few people that have been here a long time are saying it's the best they've ever seen it.
I said in my notes in the programme that Rob and his maintenance team have done an absolutely fantastic job, and again they've excelled themselves with the quality that they've got. Our ground, the standard they've got it to is not far off a Premiership ground for what they've been financially paid to do. So it's it's an incredible job, and it's a massive team effort from everyone at the club to be able to push this club in a different direction to everyone else in our league, and it's one of the things that stands us out from a lot of teams in our league, that we've got such a professional outlook to our ground. Some teams' ground isn't the best, it isn't their main focus, and our ground is a massive selling point for this club, and if everything is approached with that detail that Rob Bowyer and his team approach it with, then this club's definitely going to be going places.
Now, when you walked in this afternoon, you were approached by the commercial team who said, "Do you like what we've done with your club?" They were calling it your club. That must be very humbling. Is that humbling? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm over the moon. Just walking in and seeing my picture in the car park is it's beautiful to see. I mean, I've been playing in non-league football for a long time, and I've never really had the recognition that I've had since coming here. So, my heart and soul is with this club. I've played here as a player, and now as a manager, I'm hoping to make history again. And I only want good memories for the time that I'm here. And at the moment, the things that they've done today is promising. It's been a fantastic day, fantastic occasion. All the things that have been going on, the kids enjoying themselves, and they get to enjoy some football. The youngsters of today walking out with the players, everyone's got to be happy. It's a shame about the result, but that will improve, and that's for sure by the time the season starts.
How would you describe the transformation since you took over at Christmas? Because looking at the league table when you took over, no one wanted to look at the league table, did they?
Well, we did what we had to do last season, and this season we're looking to push on. We don't want to be one of those clubs that are happy to just be where we are. We want to push on, but we're not going to get carried away. We're not going to start dreaming too big. But every improvement based on last year's results is what we want to come into this season and try and do better than last season.
And Grays Athletic on Tuesday will be here. They're Ryman Premier. That gives you a test on a much more even keel, doesn't it?
Yeah, again, it's a team in the league above, so they'll be the favourites for that one. So we're hoping to keep it as close as possible and make them work hard for anything they get out of that game. And for us, it's to just take on the things that we've learnt today and see if we can take it into the next game and go and surprise a few people.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
Precisely, you mentioned at the top of the interview there about the first sort of quarter of the match, really, where your side played really, really well and put Colchester under a fair bit of pressure. There was a moment, wasn't there, where you had one cleared off the line, and literally a minute later that Colchester went and scored. And it's fine line sometimes. I know it's only a friendly, but that's what
I said to him at half time. It's literally a fantastic 25 minutes. We had one cleared off the line, and next thing we know, we're 4-0 down. So that's the difference between the mental strength of a pro side and one of a non-league side. That those little moments, they switch on, and they're so much more alert to those key moments in games. And they work hard for it. They train every day, and we only have a certain amount of time with our players, so it's a slow learning curve for us, but I'm sure we're going to get there eventually. But it's baby steps at the moment, and we just want a steady improvement.
You made a few adjustments to your squad over the summer, brought a few people in. Is there any more on the horizon, would you say, Cliff?
Other than the ones that you know about, we've got Shami Padulo. He's a fan favourite. He's put pen to paper, so we're really pleased to have him on board. As the fans and the players who were here last season know what he's all about. He's electrically quick, scores goals. He's an entertainer. He's got a bag of tricks in his locker, and he's just a pleasure to work with. He enjoys his football now. He's got a big smile on his face every game, and he engages with the fans, and they sort of take to him like a son of the club. So
that's important, isn't it, to have those sort of players?
Yeah. He's a role model for all the younger players as well, and it's nice for us to have a star in the making like him, for us to showcase, and whenever we're playing teams, we know they're going to be looking out for Shami and Billy Hunts and
worrying about them.
yeah, and they've got to take that pressure, because last season they were a surprise package, and now this season I think everyone's going to be aware of them and their talents, and going to be doing their best to stop them. So.
And just as David said, you've got a game Tuesday, but confidence-wise, is it easy to pick the players up? Is it a message of saying, look, that they are a team 5 divisions above you? Just learn from the things that happened today and go on and just try and keep improving.
I think it's a bit of a wake-up call. I think we've prepared properly. We've done all the things that we can do, but what we don't want to do is sort of go in there with a false impression of what's going to happen next season, and that just gives you a little bit of a wake-up call to just say, look, you've still got a long way to go, so don't rest here. You've got to gather your stuff, get to training, and for those that have been away on holiday, they felt the pace out there today, and they've probably realised that I've got a lot of catching up to do. So that's where the games like this, they pick out your weaknesses and offer a good problem for your manager to try and figure out where to go next, and that's what I took out of today, is things that we need to improve, and the positives that we had in the first 25 minutes that we need to take on to the Grays game.